Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. Today, the finale of this three-game weekend set. It's the Los Angeles Angels taking on the Cleveland Guardians. Okay, Singy, he's got some extra swagger today after that monster performance in the last game. So much confidence in that swing.
No doubt about it, Boog. He did everything but drive the team bus back to the hotel. Looking forward to seeing if he can ride that wave into this one.
Pitch coming your way next. Just about to get started. Now the starting pitcher in this one, Daniel Espino. But Chris, he hasn't exactly been stellar here on his home mound.
Well, I'll say this. Every player wants to perform well at their home ballpark, in front of their fans, in front of the city. And you know this guy no different. He wants to be more effective here. So, you look at the numbers. They haven't been great at home. I'm sure he wants to turn that around. And
hammers that one. Curling down the line and foul.
Well, that's where you want to be right there. All over that first pitch fastball. Just a little too much hook on it. Straighten that thing out. You get to jog around the bases.
On the run, sends it over to first, and he gets him. Nicely done.
Batting second, first baseman, Nolan Shanaway.
Nolan Shanaway stands in here, leaves that one off the inside. And that's too high. Espino with a stellar run lately on the mound, really carving up lineups. And that one clips the corner.
Some pitchers can go out there and rip off a month or two of incredible starts. And right now, it looks like he's in one of those grooves. Really fun to watch.
One down, base is empty. That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left. Got him looking for the K. Froze him with a backdoor slider. Two down, base is empty. And next for L.A., Tyler O'Neill. Top of the zone, and it's called a strike. O'Neill with some nice production in his last game. 4 runs batted in.
I was really impressed with how he came through for the team in that last game, Boog. The all-time leader in 4 RBI games, Lou Gehrig with 101. I'm just a little further down the list, Boog, with 4.
And that one's a little bit low. 2-1. Swing and a miss.
Well, and those hitters count sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
2 down, nobody on. Foul ball, and it remains a full count.
Looked like you got a little excited on that fastball. Got to think to yourself, I want to stay up the middle. That way, if you're a little bit...
Oh, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning. Back here in Cleveland, getting the nod on the mound, Jose Soriano. And Chris, pitching on the road has not been particularly kind to him.
Yeah, and you don't want to be too quick to say that he can't pitch on the road. Sometimes, it's just a matter of luck. It's not having a feel. Difference between the bullpen mound to the mound out there on the playing field. Don't know what it is, but I know this. He's got good enough stuff to overcome and get it done on the road as well as at home. So we'll see what he's able to do in this one.
Steven Kwan, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. There's a strike. Next pitch is downstairs. That's to third. Moncada tossed to first. One gone, bottom half of the first. Now it's Jose Ramirez.
Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground, nice ground out.
A swing and a miss, and that's strike one.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Backed off the plate that time.
This guy's sink has so much drop in it, it's almost like a split finger fastball. Instead of just weak contact and balls on the ground, he gets swings and misses.
And that one misses up and in. Now 2-2.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
And up next for Cleveland, Kyle Manzardo. That one down the line, and that's a fair ball. Boots it, takes the turn. He's digging for second. Gets off a throw, and he'll pull into second with 2 gone.
Well, his hot hitting continues. He's been getting great results lately. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
Bo Naylor stands in now and watches strike one.
Well, you always want to come out in the first inning, try to put something up on the board. It's a big 2-out double right there. See if the cleanup man can drive him in and put a tally up there on the board. Well, here's a chance right here for one of the better hitters on this roster to get him on the board in the first. Thanks to the 3-hole hitter extending the inning. Good at bat with 2 outs.
That's ball one there.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Back now at Progressive Field. Top of the second, and now the designated hitter for the Angels, Jorge Soler. There's a strike. Soler with just 1 more homer to reach the 200 career mark. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
You know, we usually talk about bigger numbers when it comes to homers, but only about 400 major leaguers have ever hit 200 round trippers in their careers. He's putting himself in great company.
Hauls it in, and there's one away. And next for the Angels, Logan O'Hoppe. Down the middle for a strike. 0-1.
Looks like a really good fastball today. You can hear that catcher's mitt popping. Looking forward to hearing a lot of that one in this one.
Just missed.
Well, it's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
No score here in the second. Outside, and the count's full. Outside, and that is ball 4. And that's their first base runner of the game. Now the left fielder, Taylor Ward. Hitless in the first 2 games of the series. He's 0 for 8. In there for strike 1.
0-1.
Swing and a drive, deep right field. Way back there. And that is a foul ball. Here comes a pitch. Not close with that one. And the count is 1-2. Got him swinging. And now the center fielder, Mickey Moniak.
Definitely scuffling at the dish lately. No hits over his last 5 games.
Swing and a miss. That's strike one.
0-1.
Two gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. Here at the top of the second. And a curve misses outside, and that's ball one.
Just missed with that backdoor breaking ball. If he gets a swing and miss or called strike, 0-2 count. Instead, it's 1-1. Look for him to go back to that pitch later in this at bat.
1-2 now. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. They take the force out. Out number 3. Bottom of the second. Now here's Nolan Jones.
Right fielder, Nolan Jones.
Inside corner for a strike. That one's upstairs, ball one.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
Comes up empty. That's strike two.
1 and 2's the count.
Cut out and miss. Struck him out. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. And now it's the switch hitter, Carlos Santana. Yeah, that's fouled off.
Ball. 1-1.
Way out front for strike two. One out,
1-2
base is empty. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Here's the center fielder, Will Brennan.
Not getting the results he's wanted at the plate recently. Only 2 hits over the last 5 games.
No balls, 1 strike.
This to third. Guardians go down in order. And we're back. And now it's switch hitting third baseman Yoan Moncada.
Yoan Moncada.
Moncada with some impressive production lately. And a swing and a miss.
You don't stick at the major league level unless you can string together consistently solid performances. Right now, he's showing us why he's lasted in the big leagues.
1 strike.
Off the mark there, and it's 2-1. Moncada tries to check his swing. Now a look to third. Did not go. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Jones raging back towards the wall. Onto the track, and he makes the catch.
It's a really good swing. He just didn't get quite enough of it to beat the wind. It's blowing in from right field right now.
Ji-Hwan Bae in the box with 1 away as he takes ball 1. The bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1.
1-1.
So they're making a move for a bat off the bench. Kevin Newman.
This is a tough task. Coming in cold off the bench and in the middle of an at bat, man, you're just never anticipating that.
Just
no, that
missed.
That's a ball.
Top of the third, no score. Way upstairs. And now 3-1. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. Smashed that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Neto batting with 1 down, takes a strike. Newman, the base runner at first with 1 out. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with 1 gone.
Now batting the first baseman.
So in now for the Angels, Nolan Shanuel. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Up and in, and that is ball 1. Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. And that's outside.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
That's a strike. Stays alive. That one missed.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
And that is out of play. Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming up. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. Here's Tyler O'Neill. Struck out swinging his first time. Fastball for a strike. 2 aboard, 2 outs. Next offering is in for a strike.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First 2 pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
In the dirt, blocked. Well done behind the dish. First and second, 2 down. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Swing and a miss, and that is that. Here in Cleveland as we go to the last of the third. Now it's the shortstop, Brian Rocchio. Soriano back to work. Bunt attempt, but that goes foul. Check swing, called strike. Up and in, look out.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Gets under it and pops it up. Ward running hard to get it. Makes the grab. Nice play after the long run. 1 down. And stepping in is the speedy Khalil Watson.
He's been showing off some pop lately. 3 home runs over the last 5 games.
Swing and a miss, strike 1.
It's 0-1.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Puts it away for the out. Back to the top of the lineup. Here's the Cleveland leadoff hitter, Stephen Kwan. 0 for 1 so far. That one at triple digits. Out to short, Neto. fires over to first. And that ends the inning. As we go to the top of the fourth, Jorge Soler up at the plate. One home run shy of 200 for his career. And a foul ball. Soler, 33 years old, and his last 10 games stand out. He's homered in 4 of them. Not even close there. And 1-1. Fouled off. He was late. On the inside corner for called strike 3. And next for LA, Logan O'Hoppe worked a walk at his first trip to the plate. Bounding ball here, rolls foul. Next pitch is outside. 4th inning underway, no score. That clips the zone. That is strike 2. And that's down and away. That one misses, and it's 3-2.
Full count.
And that's ball 4.
Very close with the location right there. It's just tough to get rewarded on the call with pitches near the top of the strike zone.
Taylor Ward will hit next. Went down on strikes his first time through. Runner takes off. Cut on and miss. Throw to second. Save. O'Hoppe, the runner at second with 1 away. And there's a foul ball. Man at second. And that's downstairs. Now 1-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. And next for the Angels, Mickey Moniak. He's 0 for 1. This one in the air, center field. Brennan under it, and that is that. Bottom 4, stepping up for the Guardians, Jose Ramirez.
Jose Ramirez.
Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Moncada pulls it down and he makes the catch. And a quick out, number 1. So in now for Cleveland, Kyle Manzardo. Doubled in his first AB. Pitch misses there. Ball 1. That one fouled off. Base is empty, 1 away. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. 2 down. Bo Naylor at the plate now. Struck out swinging his first time. Right through there for a strike. 2 outs, base is empty. Line drive, and that is that. Back here in Cleveland, ready now for the 5th inning. Here is Yoan Moncada. Lifted in the air, out to left. Kwan settles under it, hauls it in for the out. The batter now, Kevin Newman. 1 for 1 with a single so far. And that's downstairs and outside. That missed by a lot, and it's 2-0.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0, he's put himself in a really good spot.
Pitch misses, and that's ball 3.
Oh, they have had a hard time scoring in this one. The pitcher out there on the mound wants to keep attacking, make sure that they don't get any confidence.
Here's the shortstop at the plate. Zach Neto, 1 for 2. That one finds the zone. 0-1.
It's just been an impressive outing so far. Continues to pound the zone pitch after pitch, and he's been able to stay down. That's what's been key.
No ball.
Newman leads off first with 1 away. Swing and a miss. Struck him out of the slider, and there's 2 gone. So digging in, Nolan Shanuel, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. And a strike.
Wow, just a beautiful backdoor slider right there. If you've got any chance of hitting that pitch, you have to wait until the absolutely last millisecond. Just a tough pitch to hit, and not an easy one to throw either.
And the 0-1. And there's the strike.
2 really good back-to-back sliders. Now in an 0-2 count. He's feeling real confident about finishing this hitter off. He can go anywhere he wants.
Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. That just misses, and it's 1-2.
0-2 count. You got the opportunity to expand the zone. Could get the chase there. Let's see what he comes back with next.
2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. And we're at the top of the 5th. Pitch misses, and the count's even at 2. That's down and in.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
That's out to center field. Brennan makes the play, and that is that. Bottom of the inning, and now the right fielder, Nolan Jones.
Nolan Jones.
And a foul ball.
You know, these Guardians just aren't putting together very many good at-bats in this one. Just 1 base runner to this point, and it's not exactly early anymore. They have guys in this lineup capable of sparking something, but it just hasn't happened for them yet.
And that one is inside. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
Well, he just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
Hauls it in, and there's 1 away.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Check swing, tried to hold up. Now it appeal to third, and that's going to be ruled a swing. And that one hammered. Ward ranging back. And it's gone. He made him pay for that one. And the Guardians jump in front. It's 1-0. And up next for Cleveland, Will Brennan. And Cleveland on top 1-0. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
1-0.
Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. That's out number 2. 2 outs, base is empty. Brian Rocchio digs in now. Fly to left his first time. Just off the inside edge. And a ground ball to first. And it goes just foul. The shortstop takes the ball. Outside low. Ball 3. Ground ball right side. It squirts through. And that keeps the inning alive.
He's been swinging it really well lately. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
Pickoff throw. Digging in, Khalil Watson. Foul ball. And it's fouled away. Two outs. And that one almost hit him. Rip to third. They get the force. That's the inning. We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Paul Sewald.
And this is an important part of this game. Tight score and still a lot of outs to get. So they're looking for a big outing out of him right here to get some critical outs.
Well, one-run game. Now here is Tyler O'Neill. 0 for 2 in this one. And a fastball in there for a strike at 91. Late swing, fouled off. Swing and a chopper out to short. Whips it across. Leadoff man retired in the 6th. So now the Angel cleanup hitter, Jorge Soler.
His next home run will be the 200th in his career. It would be pretty cool to see it right here.
Fought off foul. The Halos trailing by a run, and we're the top half of the 6th. Grounds one to short. Rocchio tosses to first. 2 up, 2 down. Logan O'Hoppe, the next to hit for the Angels.
That's right. Logan O'Hoppe.
And that one upstairs, ball 1. Foul ball there. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. That's back. And caught on the warning track. Not quite enough behind that one. Bottom of the 6th. Here's the left fielder, Stephen Kwan.
Stephen Kwan.
Soriano back to work. Swing and a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Now, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Here's Jose Ramirez. Right through there for a strike. Swinging a foul straight back. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. And there's a ball.
1-2.
Kwan on at first. Nobody out. Right side. And there's one down.
Lefties can definitely be a little pull happy up there, especially with pitch, just not with much authority.
Now it's the DH, Kyle Manzardo. Just missed. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. Swing and a miss. Throw, and they got him. Ground ball right side, and it's off the bag. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Another multi-hit game for him. He's been really hot lately. Turned on it nicely. Definitely a little out in front of the pitch, but he didn't hook around it too much and was able to keep it fair down the line.
Now, Bo Naylor.
That's the ball.
And that one is downstairs. Ball one. And another ball.
That's a ball.
Definitely a frustrating day for the offense, but when they look at it, this guy's had his best stuff. Been hitting the corners, working on the edges and changing speeds. Just a difficult one. You tip your cap.
Two outs. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. And a breaking ball misses outside. Hit on the ground to the right side. And foul ball. 3-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Center field. Moniak on the move and makes the grab, and the inning is over. Welcome back. We're in the seventh. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Sam Hentges.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves, late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Now the left fielder, Taylor Ward.
Left fielder, Taylor Ward.
Just missed.
That's outside.
Swinging a foul out of play. Looking to get the tying run on base. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Makes the catch for the out. And now it's going to be Mickey Moniak. Hentges in his fifth season, 28 years old. And he was drafted in the 4th round back in 2014. That's a base hit. And the tying run is on base.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Moncada, the next to hit, takes low for a ball.
If you're a base runner, you got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
Next offering upstairs.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
Ground ball right side. That one the other way. Off balance feed. There's one. To first, not in time. Great effort there. A new arm into the game, the righty, Kate Smith.
Well, he's a big-time strikeout guy out there. This season, averaging more than one per inning.
Now it's the second baseman, Kevin Newman.
Everybody looking when we passing up. We just turn the strip into a fashion show.
First pitch misses.
Well, in this situation, the hitter knows that he's got to find a pitch that he can drive in order to drive in that tying run all the way from first base. So if he can't do that, keep the line moving through a walk or just a base hit. But you got to stay within yourself.
Holding on to a one-run lead here in the top half of inning number 7. And that one in the air center field. Brennan makes the grab, and that's the third out. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Yusei Kikuchi.
And he's had his struggles so far this year, as you can see the inflated ERA. Looking to bring that down a little bit right here.
Well, one-run game. Nolan Jones digs in for the Guardians. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
1-0.
No need to offer at that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that down and away pitch.
– Sets him down looking. Not sure about that call. Pitcher might have gotten a friendly strike 3. Next is switch hitting first baseman Carlos Santana. He's already homered in this game. And the first offering is not close. Popped foul out of play off to the right. That's off the inside corner, and it's 2-1.
2-1.
Swing and a high fly ball, pretty well struck right field. In one, hops off the wall, should be extra bases. Fires to second too late, into second with a double, and that was hard hit. So up next, Will Brennan. And there's a hit. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners with 1 out.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get.
Double steal. It's a squeeze. Shanuel. Run scores, and that makes it 2-0 as they get the out.
Well, it's hard to sweep. It's even harder to sweep a team on the road.
Stepping up for the Guardians, Khalil Watson. In there at the knees. Strike 1. There's a strike at the knees.
Quickly down 0-2 in the count. I think you got to choke up a little bit, spread out the feet. You don't know what the velocity or the location of this next pitch is going to be.
Brennan stands at second with 2 gone. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning.
Now pitching
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Number 51.
Well, he's been hit pretty hard at times this season, as you see with the big ERA. So this is an important outing for him to get on the right track.
So back to the top of the order. Now it's the Angels leadoff man, Zach Neto, 1 for 3. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike 1.
You know, these Angels just aren't putting great swings on the baseball in this one. They're trying to find ways to drive the ball with some authority, but it's just not happening for them so far. 0 extra base hits in the game, so it's been tough for them to get anything going.
And that one ripped into right. Base hit. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Everything came together for him. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video, because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
Shannawell up to bat next. Lays off for a ball.
Sometimes you have to keep chipping away until you break through, but it's a lot easier to put runs on the board when you have guys in scoring position because they put themselves there.
Next offering is in for a strike. Late on that fastball.
The 2 strikes may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Misses outside. The count now 2-2. Right side. Into the outfield, base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Back-to-back singles. Just one of those seeing high base hits through the infield. He just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you a knock.
Now it's the right fielder, Tyler O'Neill. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. It's in and out of his glove. Still able to fire over, and they get the out. Good recovery. Wasn't easy following the misplay. And now it's the Angels cleanup batter, Jorge Soler. Golden opportunity right here. Just missed.
Well, this is a critical spot for both the pitcher and the hitter. You can learn a lot about a guy by how he handles these pressure situations.
Inside, and it's 2-1.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
Upstairs.
In this situation, he's trying to get you to pop something up or jam you. That's a really good take, knowing you got an opportunity to drive in a run here.
This one in the air. Rocchio makes the grab. 2 down.
Man, it's so frustrating. You got a couple of runners on. You want to try to drive in at least 1 run. Maybe you get a little too big with the swing. Pops out right there, and I tell you what, nobody's more frustrated with that at bat than him.
Ohapi at the plate now, and that's inside. And that one lifted in the air center field. Brennan settles underneath it. Brings it in, and that's the 3rd out. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Number 53.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Now into the ball game on defense, J.D. Davis. He takes over as the new first baseman. So digging in, Stephen Kwan.
J.D. Davis.
Pitch
That's the
misses.
ball.
1-0.
1-0.
And another ball.
2-0.
And a liner out into right center for a base hit.
That's back-to-back singles for him. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
So a man aboard. So in now for Cleveland, Jose Ramirez. Oh, now this is blasted. Way back there. On its way. Gone. He hammers one out to right. And they add a couple more. It's 4-0. Kyle Manzardo digs in for the Guardians. That one way inside. Nobody on, nobody out. A pair of runs across in the inning. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Inside and hit him.
Take your base.
Now
And here is Bo Naylor. 0 for 3 in this one. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Next offering is in for a strike.
0-2 count, both pitches on the inside part of the plate. Hitter is thinking, I don't want to get beat here. This is a good time for something off speed away.
Struck him out looking. And up next for Cleveland, Nolan Jones.
Nolan Jones.
Fastball for a strike. And it's 0-1. Outside.
Well, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
That's a laser base hit. Lead runner holds at second base. First and second with one down.
Now batting.
New pitcher in the game for the Angels, Ben Joyce.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
At the plate, Carlos Santana. He's already homered here in this one. That one outside, and it's 1-0. Manzardo on second. Jones at first. One gone. Next offering upstairs.
Running that good fastball up on the hitter's inside. If nothing else, it keeps him from diving out over the plate to get those arms extended on the pitch away.
That one misses. And now 3-0. And there's the automatic. Still only one out here in the inning. Next offering in there for a strike. 3-2 now. And they'll do it again. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. Brennan in now. Takes ball one off the plate. Fouled off left side. And that one is in for a strike. Good pitch. The other way. And that'll keep more runs from coming in. Inning over. We're back. It's the top of the ninth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Tim Herron.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Number 29. Tim Herron.
Here's the left fielder, Taylor Ward.
Left fielder, Taylor Ward.
First
One
pitch,
ball, no
not
strike.
close. Herron is what you're looking for in a good reliever. The ball stays in the ballpark. It's so hard to square him up.
missed.
Just missed.
Yeah, he stays out of the middle and pitches either at the bottom or at the top on the edges. And because of that, if you do get it in the air,
Two
it's
balls,
usually
one
just
strike.
a high fly ball. And when it's down in the zone, it's on the ground.
Misses outside, and that's ball 3. He's so consistent that the manager basically can look at it like he's got 3 outs sitting in his pocket. That shortens the game. Ramirez sends it to first, and the leadoff man retired here in the ninth.
The center fielder,
And now the
Mickey
center
Moniak.
fielder, Mickey Moniak. That's outside, and that is ball 1.
When he takes the mound, you feel like, hey, this inning is wrapped or this ball game is over. He's just that good, and you can see it in opposing hitters as well.
And it's caught for the out.
They know when he comes in, pretty much forget about it. Kind of reminds me of Mariano Rivera.
That's the ball.
2 down, nobody on. Here at the top of the
1-0.
ninth. And that drops in for a strike. That's in there. And the count 1-2. This could end it. That one missed.
2-2.
And it remains 2-2. Sends it to center, and that's going to do it. And that'll do it. The Guardians salvage the finale of this 3-game series.
Start of a new month is a great chance to hit the reset button. Whether you're coming in hot or cold, getting that win today is a great feeling to continue through the rest of the month.
Don't nobody wanna dance slow in the rain. Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg. Don't nobody wanna liberate the weight of the pain. Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg. Sometimes I hate taking trips to the lab. Got my pen and pad, booking instrumentals and smash. Catch the bus.
I'ma keep this feeling close to me, but I think I lost my mind. 11 months of this table TV Now will you provide your family with groceries? Is that too much? Too much? Then I love you, baby. Real love. Yeah. Real love is buying groceries for your family. Oh, baby. Look, it's 6 o'clock, I'm hopping out of the bed. Rain falling, calling X, but my phone line's dead. I guess my bills ain't paid. No ride to work for the day. Second option, hop the bus, but it's a traffic delay. My boss, cause I'm running late and ain't no excuse. When I'm about to be 22, without a whip I can swoop. Feel like I'm finna my own dome with no escape. Zoning out, cause working out, I work what I make. My lady calling, bugging, always fussing. Just cause we ain't ballin', but it's hard because the cousin's rich. Cause her husband's hustling. I ain't touching nothing but a mic. 5 o'clock and off the work, ready to go home and write. But I ain't got a buck to catch the bus, chillin' at the stop. Rain falling hard as ever and it's soaking my socks. Kick my kicks off and took off my jacket. Roll my jeans up, beat up in my headphones, blast them. They started laughing while I'm splashing in puddles like the struggle. We dancing in the rain. I'm gonna try to do the same. Yeah, don't nobody wanna dance slow when the rain.